100 people, excuse me, we have 100 people watching on Instagram now. So I said once I had 100 people, I would go ahead and begin the broadcast. So let us start. Before I start, I'm going to pray. Heavenly Father, I thank you for today. I thank you for your gift upon this generation. I thank you for your love and your mercy. I thank you for the truth that has been unleashed upon us. Father, let us not be prisoners of lies and deceit, but hold on to the truth and spirit of your everlasting glory in Yahushua's name. So the topic today is Bishop Oyedepo's visa. Apparently, the rumors that we all read on social media have been proven to be false. I don't know how this happened, but if you go to Twitter right now, the U.S. consulate has released a post saying this was untrue. And I want to discuss this. Apparently, the incident narrated never happened. You all know that I'm not a big fan of Bishop Oyedepo. I never was, never have been, and I doubt if I ever would be. However, I'm a big fan of the truth. And I must speak the truth at all times, even if it makes me look silly, I must speak it. It wasn't my fault, but it also was my fault. It was my fault because I should have investigated first before reacting. But when I saw newspapers like, was it Daily Trust or something like, or This Day, I saw one of those newspapers. Then I saw Linda AKG's blog. I consider Linda I consider an authority when it comes to news. I also saw it on Instablog. So I was like, wow, I reacted. It was like an hour after reacting, I just said, you know what, let me call a few people. So I started putting phone calls through, only for me to realize that no such incident happened yesterday. So it is apparently false. Now, here's one thing why, if imagine this had been Apostle Suleiman, it would never have been an issue because I'll have just called him first thing in the morning. He would have even called me and said, don't mind those people, is a lie. But unfortunately, many of these geos and pastors have made themselves so great and so big. Some of them are demigods. So people can't reach them for confirmation of stuff. And it is biting them in the back because it's making them look bad, whether you like it or not. There's been a Twitter uproar. The United States Embassy had to tweet. I'm looking for the tweet right now so I can share with you guys. Whether you like it or not, the information released was wrong. And as much as possible, I admonish us, especially those of us in the media, to cross check. Sometimes the fact that it's on Linda AKG and Instablog is not verification enough. I woke up late today and I saw the trend. It's been trending on Twitter all day. It's been on Linda on Instablog. And I felt that, wow, this must be true. So I caught a few subs. Hey, Baba, Baba, where they pray for people visa. How far with your own? You know? So we all had fun until we realized, wait a minute, come. I thought about it rationally. I said, come. In my mind, Oyedepo don't reach level where you not supposed to get visa problem. First of all, I know that if you own a private jet, you are given some privilege that people that want to go and enter commercial airline don't have. So I was like, I've been at me, I've been at these people. But the voice kept in my head, the voice kept ringing. Didn't you see it on Instablog? Didn't you see it on Linda AKG? Was it not on the newspapers? You understand? So I kept hushing the voice away. Finally, my spirit said, lie, 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 lie. Start making investigations. I've called a lot of people, and many people who said I should not mention their names actually have given me first-hand information that this wasn't true. I know a lot of people are sad because, Many of us will have happily seen some great Nigerian also suffering what the masses are suffering. But the story, at least this particular story, is not true. The truth is a tower that stands. No matter how many times you try to bring it down or successfully bring it down, it will always rise. That's one thing you need to know about the truth. And this is a lesson for us all. These bishops have to make communication with them possible. A lot of people say that if you're always talking about Suleiman, if I need to reach him at any time, you know how many fights I've had with other people that are not even pastors, that Suleiman knows that person and has called that person and called me and said, why are you people fighting? Because I have access to him. He has been able to settle some matters that this has nothing to do with church. It's just that it's like, for instance, imagine I know Two-Face, for instance, and I also know Alibaba, and Alibaba and Two-Face are fighting, and both Alibaba and Two-Face are my friends. I call Two-Face, waiting happen, he gives me a story. I call Alibaba, Ali, waiting happen, he gives me a story. I can't realize, say, inside this story, there must be miscommunication. I now try to settle it, and I succeed. There are people I'm talking to today simply because Apostle Suleiman said, what was your problem with this person? I told him. He asked the person, what was your problem? He said, no, it's not like this, not like this, not like this. So yeah, the two of you talk and sort it out. And we sorted it out. And we are much better off for it today. I'm saying this because whether you like it or not, no matter how big a GO you are, you have to make yourself available for discussion to people out there, especially people in the media, or else we have little embarrassing issues like these. Same thing with the GO of OPM. Imagine this was Apostle Chibuzo. I'll have called him, Apostle, waiting they happen. Oh, who deny you visa? They'll say, Daddy Freeze, don't mind them, or me that I did my house, JJ. So it would have been easy for us to come and debunk rumors instead of us wondering where this is coming from. No communication. Everybody is fighting with everybody else. And my people have also not made it easy for me. My people are happy. In as much as I want to throw away dead doctrines, I do not want to throw away pastors. You'll be amazed how many pastors will listen to you and hear you out if you stretch the hand of love to them instead of the hand of conflict. So, my people also need, you guys also need to stop this hatred for pastors. I was bashed like 4 days ago very badly simply because Funke Dollar did something wrong. I went after her. Everybody said, because Funke Dollar does not have Daddy Free's phone number. If she had Daddy Free's phone number like Apostle Suleiman, she would have just called him and given him money. As I'm telling you today, I have not seen Apostle Suleiman's 50 kobo. What is 50 kobo? I have not seen his 1 kobo. Tell him that I said so. I have never seen his 1 kobo. But we talk, and that communication to me is worth $1 million, if not more. Because I can hear his own side of things. I can advise him. He can also advise me. Imagine I had Bishop Oyedepo's call. Even if he wouldn't pick my direct call, because we know these people are busy. A WhatsApp about waiting they happen. Waiting do you in American Embassy? One line, no mind them, na lie. Then he calls me up in the morning or 2 hours later and says, Daddy Freeze, my visa has been active since last year. I've never needed to renew my visa, blah, 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 blah. This is all a lie. So we all need to realize that those who are fighting bad doctrines in the church, you've taken your fight beyond the bad doctrines and you've taken it to pastors, which is wrong. I'm not going to support you guys in it. Pastors too, you have become gods, is wrong. You should be able to, people should be able to have access to you. There's a lot of miscommunication in social media. You all need to understand social media miscommunicates a lot of stuff. Before, this would have been in a newspaper. It probably would have taken a week to go round. Within that week, the other camp will have refuted. In one morning, I woke up late. I woke up around 10 o'clock and everywhere was on fire. Oyedepo has been refused visa. Oyedepo has been refused visa. Oyedepo has been refused visa. At the end of the day, no such thing happened. Baba has not even come to Lagos. Michael Azoma said, who said you are collecting money? Everybody on social media. If you know the level of respect I have for Apostle Suleiman and he has for me, if he hears that something is happening to me, he will want to know what it is. That's what I need. I don't need money. What do I need money for? Did they tell people that I'm broke? Papa, I no broke. Oh. If anybody they peddle lie, say, are they broke? May that lie no reach anywhere. I no broke. Oh. I might not be driving a Ferrari, but like I said, I'm not broke. So what I need from pastors is communication. This doctrine is wrong. I will always attack false doctrines. The reason why I don't attack Apostle Suleiman publicly is because I have access to him privately. And we did debate. We did discuss. Sometimes I did listen to him. Sometimes I did disagree with him. But you'll be amazed that out of Christian doctrines, I think me and Apostle Suleiman probably disagree on 3 or 4. You'll be amazed how many we agree on. But we have not spoken because everybody's afraid to have this sit down. We're supposed to have sat down early this year and sat down and trash doctrinal issues. But the next thing people will say is that the Freeze wants to go and collect money. So that the Freeze is hesitating. Apostle Suleiman too does not want drama. Everybody's hesitating. It's not good for the public for people not to be able to speak. Stop stifling. You see, let me tell you something here. If you go with me, I said I wasn't going to use the scriptures today. But if you go with me to the book of Exodus chapter 32. And we've got to be very careful with this. So go with me to the book of Exodus 32. I'm just going to touch on this very briefly. This is not a preaching session. This is a discussion. I'm reading from verse 1. When the people saw how long it was taking Moses to come back, they gathered around Aaron. Come, they said, make us some gods that can lead us. We don't know what's happened to this fellow Moses who brought us here from the land of Egypt. The people. It wasn't Aaron's idea. It was the people. Now, I want to show you something else. Go with me again, this time to the New Testament, very quickly. To the book of 2 Timothy. And I'm going to read verse 4, chapter 4 from verse 1. Sorry, in the Free Nation, we don't use Queen James, because of all the drama Queen James has caused. We use the New Living Translation or the New International Version, or we read the Bible from Greek directly, which is what I recommend. But because I might be speaking to a larger audience today, I will just read 2 Timothy 4 from 1. I solemnly urge you in the presence of God and Christ, who will someday judge the living and the dead when he comes to set up his kingdom. Preach the word of God. Be prepared whether the time is favorable or not. Patiently correct. It is your duty to correct. Rebuke and encourage your people with good teaching. So there's nothing wrong with rebuking false doctrines or patiently correcting people who have gone astray. And the scripture goes on to say, for a time is coming when people will no longer listen to sound and wholesome teaching. They will follow their own desires and look for teachers who will tell them whatever their itchy ears want to hear. They will reject the truth and chase after myths. But you shall keep a clear mind in each situation. Don't be afraid of suffering. Work at telling others the good news and fully carry out the ministry God has given you. You should keep a clear mind. Your mind should be clear at all times. You shouldn't be with the people whose itchy ears want to hear that, this thing they said about Oyedepo is true, whether it has been confirmed or not. And there's one thing called the confirmation bias. Many of you believe certain things about these pastors. And what you're looking for is confirmation. So when you see the false news, it's very quick. It's very good. Somebody saying, hey man, you lied. I didn't lie. I never lied. I saw a report in the newspaper and I reacted. Sherry Folarin, you should have at least a drop of brain in between those two big ears of yours. So I reacted to the news. I found out the news was false. I came back to give clearance, and you're coming and say, hey man, you lied. If I curse you now, it could be like, say, thunder meet you where you did, scatter your teeth. So I didn't lie. I saw it was reputable newspapers and reputable blogs that I personally trust. So it also shows us that social media is not all we think it to be. We've got to be very careful with it. And God forbid, this is why I can see the current leadership of the country agitating against social media, because it is used for stuff like this. So we all have to be careful. The moment I found out what the truth was, I did not hesitate to come out and clear the air about what is happening. And I think I should get some credit for that. Many pastors have told lies about me. How many of them have come to clear the air when they found out the real truth? Let's be honest with ourselves. I speak the truth, and that's what I've always promised you. It might not favor you, you might not like it, but that's what I'm going to tell you. It is the truth. And I will always speak it, whether you like it or not, whether it suits your ego or bruises it. That's up to you to decide. But this is the truth. Unfortunately or fortunately, Baba was not denied any visa. Y'all need to stop searching for what's not lost. And y'all need to stop spreading rumors. Whoever started this rumor is with a mischievous intent. I felt from the beginning, how can they refuse a Hulu? That somebody has private jet. Do you think when people that have private jet, do you think they come and queue in the airport? They go straight to their hangars. Person get hangar. Oh. They go in hangar. So one thing is, if tomorrow Oyedepo comes and gives a false doctrine, I will address it as a false doctrine. I don't hate him. I don't have anything against him. Just as I've addressed a false rumor about him, I would also address a false doctrine. I would also rebuke any falsehood coming from him, for him, or against him. I want to sit and always be judged by the truth, because God is looking for people who worship him in spirit and in truth. You all need to know this by now, that that's actually the mantra. I was having a discussion with Free Nation leaders yesterday, and there's a line in Greek that I'm going to put up underneath the Free Nation logo. And maybe I should just read it to you. Let me see the letter I sent them. Someone said, I think most times people just want to mock you and see your downfall. Well, yeah, I think I agree with that. I'm going to be taking your comments. Someone said I insulted him. No, listen, you have to understand the difference between poking jokes and insulting. Oh. You have to understand. So you all need to understand. Schweib Sani, this is unrelated, but I would like to hear a teaching about tattoos. There's nothing wrong with tattoos. Personally, I do not like tattoos, but that's my personal choice. Just like I do not like basketball, for instance. It doesn't mean basketball is bad. The same place in the scriptures that say you shouldn't cut your hair is the same place that say you shouldn't draw tattoos. Most of your pastors cut their hair, trim their beards. So there's no sound on Facebook. Is that true? Or there's no sound on YouTube? Where is there no sound? I think I should take my time out to just I'm just removing all the dingbats that are talking on my page. So that's one thing we all need to be very. Somebody saying there's no sound. Who cannot hear sound? Okay, there's sound now. So here's the thing, guys, we were wrong. All of us were wrong. In this particular instance, we all have to admit that we were wrong. And even though I also like to apportion some of the blame to geos who do not leave an access point, for us to contact them in case of issues like these. At the end of the day, this is what it comes to. And how do we know a story from a blog is reputable? I have, for me to come and debunk this, I have access to phone numbers of people none of you can ever have access to. I'm not saying this to run you down. You don't have access to the people I have access to. Or should I just say most of you? So what if I just never said anything about the story and you all believe the newspapers without actually having access to debunking what they're saying? So we all need to be careful moving on into the future. And we also need to stop breeding hate. We also need to stop breeding hate. That's very the reason why many of us are where we are today. One of the reasons why we are where we are today is because we're not willing to work and think. That's the thing. Unfortunately, we're not willing to work, we're not willing to think. Many of you believe whatever these pastors say, and because many of you have started disbelieving them, you've now started hating them. This is the fault of the people. You have grown monsters on either sides. You have grown monsters on the sides of the pastors, and you've grown monsters amongst yourselves. So that's the result. When I tell people that I didn't come to fight pastors, you don't know the war I go through. This year, one of the things I said was I wasn't going to talk about pastors. I was just going to come and preach the doctrine of the free nation. Preach the truth. Somebody saying, just imagine the way you're misleading people with your words. You are saying rubbish about this man of God. Hello, I still do not consider him a man of God. I beg you. This particular issue was a lie does not mean I see him as a man of God, or I see any anointing on him, or I see any truth in the gospel he preaches. However, this particular instance was a lie. So Gideon Ogbes, get your half peanut brain inside your bucket head off my page. Thank you very much. So that is it. And guys, I will not raise a nation of haters. We're here to correct errors. Let me tell you, I have a picture that I released earlier on today. A friend of mine was in a nightclub that used to be a church. And you can see the picture of White Mary in the background. It was a nightclub that used to be a church. All these cathedrals they are building across Nigeria are going to end up becoming nightclubs and hotels and resorts, because this gospel we are preaching cannot last one more generation. No be me talking. The amount of hate I'm seeing people brew for these pastors, even I am worried. And I'm not supporting hate of any sort directed at anybody. So that's as far as we can go. This also shows you that many people that carry their passports to go to pastor to preach, let me tell you, anybody can be rejected visa. It's just that it might not just be a public thing. Christianity is not preaching and fasting and appearing holy. Remember, Christ was always in the company of sinners. That's not religion. Is not what guarantees your faith. Love, mercy, and belief in the death of and resurrection is all you need. And the more you study the scriptures in the red Bible, in the original words of Christ, the deeper you would understand that he doesn't need all these things people are doing, all these your 40-day fastings, all this is all unnecessary and is all, as far as I'm concerned, futile if you miss the point of Christianity, which is love. And in as much as you are blaming the pastors, they've missed it, they are using their money to buy private jet, you have also missed it because you don't love them either. If you love them, you would rebuke with love. The scriptures say rebuke, the scriptures say correct, but they do not say hate. What many of you have against pastors, and I've seen it in the case of Apostle Suleiman, especially you online people, is not correct. You don't want him to be corrected, you just want to hate him. So, guys, whether you like it or not, we've also come to have to admit sometimes that we made mistakes. My mistake was not confirming first. My mistake was reacting first. And many of us are guilty. Remember, it's not everything you read on blogs that is true. You guys have to be very careful. It's not everything you read on social media that is true. I've been a victim of social media before, and I know this. There were so many things that were said about me on social media that are absolutely untrue. So, whatever we feed the monster is what the monster is going to become. You all need to be careful. Attack doctrines, don't attack pastors. You might hate lies, but correct the liars. So, guys, you need to be careful. The first time I had a conversation with Apostle Suleiman in my life, the very first time, I realized that a lot of what has been said about him is false. And I've known him for about a year now, and we talk regularly. There are things that he will do. If I read, I feel send that message, Baba, be like, say, this particular one, because I know say you get bad temper, if you do this one. And he will reply to me, say, but I just vex, but no vex again. Wait till make I do. You understand? Someone said you rebuke some doctrines and the pastors take it personally. Yeah, pastors have a lot of work to do. They are breeding their own monsters that are coming to bite them. So they also have to be careful. They have to be careful. They all have to be careful. I want to see if there's anyone out there. Someone said hate is not good for your soul or spirit. I want to see if I can have a conversation with someone online. I'm hiding my video from anybody who's rude or senseless. If you want to be senseless, go and be senseless at home with your parents, not here. It's not allowed. Someone said, what about a Ghanaian pastor that prayed and the visa appeared in his shoes? Is that one okay? And many of these churches hate one another. I don't know why. Maybe it's because many of them are into it for business. But look at Nigeria. 5 churches on every street.
Hi.
Hi. We can't see you.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
Can you see me?
No,
Yeah.
not yet. But we can hear you. Oops. Lost her. I'm trying to have a conversation with a few people. Let's discuss this. And you all need to learn a lesson. Don't trust social media 100%. Don't trust social media 100%. Okay, guys, I think this is how far we can go for now. You see, the problem with the truth is a double edged sword. Even you telling the truth will cut you. So you've got to be very careful when you're speaking the truth because the truth does not respect anyone. Someone said the U.S. Embassy said there's nothing like that. Oh, wow, the U.S. Embassy has made a statement. Okay, fantastic. I've known it's a lie because I put a lot of calls to a lot of people, and everybody said that thing didn't happen. So unfortunately, the story that's been peddled, I don't know who's behind it. I don't know who's behind it. Um, Unfortunately, it's a lie, and we need to move away from that. So just give me a few seconds. Let me hide the dingbats on my page. All right, so let me ask you all questions. Someone saying, is it fake news? Yes, it's absolutely fake news. Sorry, guys, it is fake news. Someone saying a quick recap. Well, I put a call through to a few people and realized that what they said about Bishop Oyedepo was not true. Can I apologize to the man? Hello, good evening. Do I need to apologize to him? I don't think I need to. I just need to set the record straight. Hi, my dear sister. How are you doing?
I'm good, and how are you?
Very well, thank you. So, what's your take on this?
Actually, the issue is some pastors, for example, I once faced this challenge. Some 4 years back, I rebuked a pastor with love, but he took it personally and sent me terrible messages, and I was like, "Are these messages or these words from a pastor?" So it really got me so disturbed, and I couldn't really believe pastors could reply that way. Not in love, but he responded so bad.
I understand what you're saying, my sister, and I feel very sorry for this situation you found yourself in. And I want to use this as an opportunity to talk to pastors. Make yourselves available. And you too, when you're rebuking or correcting, rebuke with respect. There are things you say to people, even me, I would block you, I won't hear you. There's a way you present your case in such a way that you don't seem like you're sitting on a high horse, and you also don't seem like you're outrightly being disrespectful. So you also need to be careful when you're rebuking, except the person refuses to listen. Prince, you want to send me an email in private? My email address is freezecoolfm@yahoo.co.uk. freezecoolfm@yahoo.co.uk. So, anybody else on Twitter, Instagram? Is there anything you want to say? Facebook? Anything you guys want to say? Greetings from the UK. How are you doing? I just want to talk to one more person. This one says, why must his father spread fake news? That his father is an idiot. Zenva X.
Hello, sir.
Hello, Ma. How are you doing? I want to block one dingbat called Zenva X. Then let me attend to you. How are you, madam?
I'm good. I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Very well, thank you. So, what's your take on all this that's been happening?
Yeah, no, I haven't actually got a clue what's going on.
Apparently, there was a report that Bishop Oyedepo was denied a visa, and then
Really?
and then we found out that the report was false after all the blogs carried it. So we're trying to set the record
Okay,
straight. It never happened.
that's literally impossible to believe.
Yeah, it's. I also found it hard to believe, but I just felt that Trump might just be doing his job. You know, Donald Trump can be quite funny too.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. If Trump is involved, then there's no doubt. It's a bit of a funny one, isn't it? Oh God,
Absolutely.
that man hasn't got respect for no one.
For no one. Trump hasn't got respect for anyone. Okay, guys. So jokes apart, let's be careful what we spread. Let's also be careful with what we read. Yinka Adedire says, will any of the pastors accept any kind of rebuke, whether in love or otherwise? It's kind of hard to believe. It's kind of hard to believe, but let's try. Let's try. I believe I have access to. Oh, sorry, you got cut off. We're talking to. We're talking about Oyedepo's visa. The fact that uh, the reports were false. So yes, in all honesty, on this particular issue, all of us owe Baba an apology. Does not mean we support Baba's doctrines, but this particular one, a lie, no enter. As in, it's like, where do these fools come from? They like just creep out of their poverty where they are, like this Walex Topolino. You know that the poverty on his family is eating them inside their bone marrow. And they'll come here to my page and be talking nonsense. Get the prayer where I go pray for you. They go find you now. Use you do get man where you really deserve to be. So please, guys, let's keep it real. Um, it's not true. It didn't happen. I know many of you want it to happen. I know it is going to sweet you. Chai! They don't deny Baba. They don't deny him. Shut up. You are doing well for yourself. That one know what you come and say on social media. You are doing well for yourself. You are coming to watch me online. Do I come and watch you online? You are doing well for yourself. You are coming to insult me online. If you had work, will you be on my page? Walex Topolino. See, foolish name of foolish person. Malu Nama. Today I get your time, oh. Wale, make I block you. Make you and your mama go the romance. Somebody will be like something will hatch inside egg. They my page, they miss yan. We can't tell you, say, okay, this report na lie, you still they fight us. Okay, somebody can't lie to you, say not true. Now that lie where you want here. I don't remove the guy, Jerry. Me too, I have to try. I know that my own temper too is not good. No insult him again. We don't insult him finish. That two insult where I give him, make a ride with him. Person will be like typhoid, younger brother. Now that one, me and I want the follow talk. I beg, make it carry on, go. To say if you show the guy a picture, make una see as crocodile. I don't look the guy for Instagram. Him and crocodile the same WhatsApp group. They greet each other for money. Hey, crocodile, how for a long time? Why you dey? Someone come here say the visa post I made is false. Investigative journalism. The video has been on for 40 minutes. When I opened 40 minutes ago, that's why I said, you see, Nigerians, it's like high jump. Why are we not winning high jump in Olympics? Nobody jump like us. You don't jump, enter place, brah, start to talk. Like we wait there here for 40 minutes, no waiting what they do. Thanks, Kex Junior 84, Jare, better person. Good morning, everybody else. They say he was denied after some time. He said, you see, in issues like this, once they don't start with lie, we cannot start pushing it. In talk, say they no deny him. More believe, say they no deny him. More leave him. We don't miss him. We don't miss this one. All the people we carry him. Accept that I jump. I didn't jump. I posted what everybody else was. Am I going to see something in this day? Am I going to be... Listen to me. If the American embassy did not come out and refute it, if I didn't go and make those phone calls I made to find out it was not true, would you have access to debunk it? You don't have access to debunk it. So please, let's be honest with each other. No one is perfect. In this one, we were wrong. All of us were all wrong. That is why I came to say, look, I've read this. Thank God I didn't carry the story. I was not the journalist that I just reacted to it. I just put something and say, so this kind of thing will happen for inside this kind of Nigeria. Why they no carry flyer go? Make flyer talk, make it speak in tongues. When I'm about carry that one, me and I fight, and we go still fight on top of that one. We don't fit be friends if they tell me say your flyer they talk, they deliver people. Me and you no go day inside that one. Never. However, in this particular instance, we all got it wrong, and we all owe Baba an apology. But I laughed at him and mocked him. There's nothing wrong in laughing at. What's my work? Do I not do skits? Do I not laugh at people? I forgot that I'm a radio presenter on radio. What have I done for 25 years? You think I read news on the radio? I crack people up. The same way they yap whiskey, the same way they yap Trump, the same way they yap on a president. But I joke with a joke. That's my work. You need to separate it from my ministry. My work is comic relief. I need to entertain you, crack you up, make fun of you. You call my radio station, I will yap you that are calling. This one say it was you that got it wrong, not us. Me. After I read it in all the blogs, Linda AKG, these day, all of them. Ross, calm down. Now me carry am last. Go look the time where I post my own. Look the time where they post their own. Alpha Yankee Oscar. You say make a yap, you go get money this year. Now the yap where I go give you with that. They make mistakes. And do you know that if bloggers that carried lies about me came out to clear the air, do you know I'll not be where I am today? This all well. We look like say, na him go carry corona come this Africa. Don't they talk say arrogant man, apologize when you're wrong, you mocked him, show fruit of the spirit. The only fruit of spirit where you forget now fruit of gin. Where they use do the agboba. Where they make you sweat like say something worry you. Like I just remove some more dingbats. I've cleared the air. The answer signature. Uchi Waliwa, how far? Today not today, oh. With a clear air on top Oyedepo matter. All well 99. We be like something we come out from inside cow rectum. You dey hear they talk. Keep quiet, you dey Yankee. No be borrow, you dey push for Yankee. People know they suffer for Yankee. You don't make people don't raise money from Nigeria, go Yankee. You dey Yankee. Show your house for that Yankee. Whether people no go faint on your behalf. As you dey for Yankee, poverty na your roommate. You with am every morning when poverty won't come Nigeria, he go greet you good morning and they go work or you go hail am. You come the talk and say you are there Yankee. Now your kind Yankee people one day. Your kind Yankee, get the way you go do am, they go enter overnight bus, you go reach there. Are they Yankee? Momo. You get the way you go talk too much now, Trump go find you. Only you go begin come back house. You go come back house, live for airport inside tent for like 2 weeks before you find people raise you money, put you inside boys' quarter. Are they Yankee? Now your kind Yankee, I beg, nobody, we no want visa again, sef. Now your kind Yankee that they talk. Instead if they corner, they talk, I they Yankee. No be only Yankee. Born through way they Yankee. Where one day before. Come Nigeria, you dey exile, you dey talk say you dey Yankee. No, talk true. Person with the asylum, they talk say they Yankee. Hunger kill you there. I think I greet better people, Jare. Today I get on a time. Hi guys. Let's debunk what we need to debunk. We're wrong. We're wrong. Leave it. No need to insult anything. You know, Sabi curse reach me. Make all of us start to curse ourselves. God don't give me many gifts of the Holy Spirit. One of them now, say person no go dey curse, go get patience. I dey beg God every day and he no gree give me that one because of people like you, so that I go feed the answer una. Where they don't run now? Don't see mate. I dey Yankee. Person wey dey borderline with poverty. If you waka like this, go enter full-time poverty, they talk say they Yankee. I know they are kind. They go mall, go take picture with other people motor. Concern I go Nigeria, say just got a car. They'll go shop, go wear go carry clothes, wear and go party. They no remove the tag. The next day they'll go back, go return the cloth, say the cloth no be their size. We know them now. Where Evelyn? Now Evelyn can Yankee me, I they like day. Yankee where you dey where you go dey drive Jaguar. Now that Yankee me, I won't follow people day. He didn't run. I blocked me. I dey block people where I no get time to vex. Or when I dey preach message. Today I no preach message. I don't preach my message finish. Say na mistake all of us make. YouTube people say I bone them. Now Instagram everywhere they happen. So I just did that. They give them that fire where they look for. I give them. Terry say on YouTube. Terry say it's fake news. Sorry, let me read it well. So if it's fake news, the real question is why did people want it to be true? I'm telling you, why did people want it to be true? Maybe because people too don't tire for pastors. Pastor too una no they try. Una no they try. Small time now una go talk say una flyer do deliverance for person. Small time now I dey watch one deliverance say one person raised from dead. The person raised from dead. Mortuary full Lagos. The last time where I go mortuary, they pack dead body on top dead body. Space no day for dead body. You know go raise all of them. So make some go their house so that space go there for other dead body. You know go there go raise dead body. You will tell the same person raised from dead. I don't want to hear that gist. I don't want to hear that gist. Say bus conductor tell you say your pikin don't die. You can't carry and go Shiloh where God don't scatter. For Shiloh it can't rise. I be waiting me that story where I hear that time. That one no be fumble. Baba talking with him mouth. I remember that. He just climbed a pulpit. So the child was brought in dead. I remember that one. No, you don't remember. Baba, mo leave this thing. Mo leave this thing. Pastors, una know they try. Congregation, una know they try. People where they fight false religion, una too know they try. All of una get hate for body until you are all ready to purge the hate from your bodies. We will continue dwelling in mediocrity. Carry passport, go mountain, go pray. Whereas the real people where they do you, they go church. When they thief the money of your country finish, they'll go church, go give tithe, go pray. How the country want good? From that mountain where you climb, why you no go jump, go America since you don't dey near the place? One pastor will come, they roar like lion now, they jump up and down, they bleed skin. Now, wetin una want? Una like clowns, una like circus acts. So you not going to get them. Encourage our pastors to preach the word of God. Encourage our people to rebuke in love. Let me even ask you, why do you people hate Apostle Suleiman? Make I even make him an issue today. Why do you people hate Apostle Suleiman? Why? Wetin he do now? Today na today. Wetin he do now? Somebody asking me wetin I think about lion. I don't know lion before. Wetin he do now? That Otobo matter never happened. I've discussed it with him. He said it didn't happen. And knowing that internet can be what internet is and social media can be what social media is, I do not believe things on social media directly unless I have very glaring evidence, which I don't. Because he's doing what you teach us is wrong doesn't mean you should hate him. If what I teach you, I will tell you first fruit is not even, we're not supposed to be calling it first fruit, it's false fruit. Tithing, as far as I'm concerned, are wrong doctrines. If he's preaching it, I cannot hate him. He's still going to remain my friend. The day I come and start preaching the doctrine of false fruit and telling you that it is right, that's the day you should fight me. Until that day, do not fight me and do not hate Apostle Suleiman. What he's receiving revelation for is what he's preaching. I'm preaching what we believe, and I'm showing you the gospel the way I'm supposed to. Please don't make enemies out of a man who has done nothing to you. Simply, let me tell you something here. If you know the amount of charity this guy does, if you know the amount of charity Apostle Suleiman does, Apostle Suleiman does not pray die by fire prayer. Oh. He does not pray die by fire. Maybe he used to. Now, let's not judge people from 1 year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. He does not pray. We have discussed it. He does not pray die by fire. What he believes in, as far as the last time me and him talked about that kind of thing, is rejecting wickedness from people and canceling wickedness against you. But praying that people should die, that he does not believe in it. We've had this discussion before and I can speak authoritatively on it. Someone says Suleiman give you money. I started this message saying Suleiman has not given me one kobo before. They do live video. Momo person they call me. Waiting one call me one talk. These are the people that are even worse. You see me, they do live video for all my network. They call me, say you want to follow me talk. Waiting one talk. So don't hate him. Don't hate him. Do you believe those miracles and healings are true? I do not believe the miracles and healings of today's church are true. I do not believe they are true. That's me. Is fornication a sin? What is fornication? First of all, what does fornication mean? We have to start with understand the word fornication means prostitution. Yes, prostitution is a sin. What people were taught as prostitution, a young man and a young girl having sex before marriage, that's not fornication. Fornication came from the Latin word fornix that was translated from the Greek word porneia. And they both mean prostitution. So fornication is not a young man and a young woman who want to get married and are living together having sex. That's not fornication. Sexual immorality is a sin. Fornication means prostitution. Izu Best said, before I used to hate Suleiman until I realized that it's people who create lies about him to make more people create hatred towards him. Absolutely. Apostle Suleiman is cordial with Adejumo. I know. I cannot stop him from being cordial with Adejumo. Personally, I don't like Adejumo's doctrine. I don't have anything against her. What I don't like about her is she can be a bit saucy and the money part. But apart from that, I don't have anything against her. Someone said Apostle Suleiman prophesied that the Kaduna governor will die and be re-elected back to office, and he said that if he signs that into bill, he will not live 2 weeks. I remember that. I've confronted him with it before, and he showed me a video. He did not say he would die outright. He said if he signs the bill, well, so far so good. He has not signed the bill and he has not died. So I think that matter can rest. Can we let it rest? Somebody says Suleiman is playing rude. Me, stop calling me. Why are you calling me? I'm inside session. You are calling me. And it's all this Yankee number. Hungry people. Don't come and call me and tell me better thing. They say Suleiman is rude. Me, I'm 10 times more rude than any human being that I know. Someone say, but Femi Additional, Yab and recent. Into Yab, Femi Additional, they Yab themselves. May we leave them. What's the Bible's take on sex before marriage? Is a long, long thing I have to teach. Now, here's the thing. If you are getting married to someone and you are sure you are getting married to that person, sure, and you have gone to introduce yourselves to the family, and the family have said, okay, we want our children are going to marry, they're going to marry 5 years from now, 4 years from now, 3 years from now, 6 months from now, you guys can have sex. That is not fornication, is not adultery, and is not prostitution. But the problem is you all have to be careful. There's also another way. Another way is having a marriage in front of Christ. You and your partner hold each other's hands and declare that you're married. The scriptures say before God, Adam and Eve before God, no wedding planner, nothing, just the two of you before God, you declare yourselves husband and wife, then it's not sin. But remember, you cannot, if you're breaking off that kind of relationship, it has to be like a divorce. You understand? So y'all shouldn't just marry someone every week so you can have sex. It's absolutely wrong. Someone say, bros, my guy, but they take side for Suleiman matter. How? I know they take side for Suleiman matter. Do you think if I had access to Oyedepo, I would not have called him this morning and said, Baba, why they reject you visa? If I tell me, say, they don't reject how many visa, say him waiting in house, JJ, why they go, So because I have access to disprove many things, and sometimes when I don't come to the public with certain knowledge, with certain information, it is because it's not everything the public can understand or deal with. The public themselves are sometimes... Sorry, message don't finish for Instagram. Sorry, guys. Let me get Instagram people back. So I know that I'm done. I think we should round off. It's been a good session. Yes, some people pissed me off. So that's as far as we can go, guys. God bless you all. Take care of yourselves. Okay? Now, network, Rashida Idris, how are you doing? Network just end, what's it called? Instagram logs off after 1 hour. So let's round off at the end of the day. Hello, Shupo Vaughn. How are you, my brother? At the end of the day, here's what the thing is. We were wrong, because we're fed wrong information and we believe social media, and social media is very often wrong. Someone said, Daddy Freeze, do you still support tithes? Of course, I don't support tithes. Have I ever supported tithes? Bros, this question where they ask, like, say, you just wake up. You wake up, finish, they'll give you something, just. You can't call social media, can't you on this one? This one where you are no enter. Me and you know say no enter. Leave am. If you want to call, you can only do that on social media. All right, guys. God bless you. Do have yourselves a wonderful weekend. And I love you all, even those who are annoying. I still love you. Daddy Freeze, do you pray for prosperity? I don't pray for prosperity. Why should I pray for prosperity? But they insult people, and you get what you go, Yana, go insult you, join. So no come my page, go. Sheon say, when will you patronize me? Waiting you they sell you. First I go patronize you now. It can't be another thing. No, no waiting you they sell you. So bless you all. There's a dingbat I want to go and block right now. Take care. God bless.